Hello everyone. Last time we have explained about the endoplasmic reticulum and the Golgi complex. Now today we are going to explain the third important cell organelle, that is lysosomes. The lysosomes were first isolated in 1949 by Christian de Duve as a class of cell particles having centrifugal properties intermediate between those of mitochondria and the ribosomes. So these are the microscopic small particles having size between mitochondria and the ribosomes, and they were first observed and isolated by Christian de Duve as a class of cell particles from the cytoplasm having centrifugal properties intermediate between the mitochondria and the ribosomes. These particles were rounded dense bodies observed in hepatic cells and first called pericanaliculae dense bodies. These particles are round dense structures, round dense structures and observed in hepatic cells or liver cells, and first called as pericanaliculae dense bodies. In 1955, de Duve renamed these bodies as lysosomes. Lyso means breakdown or digestive, soma means a body. So, lysosomes are the digestive bodies. According to de Duve, the lysosomes are the digestive bodies or the structures because they contain enzymes, because they contain digestive enzymes or hydrolytic enzymes capable of lysis or breakdown of the various components, various cellular components with which they come in contact. So the lysosomes are the microscopic or submicroscopic bodies having centrifugal properties between the mitochondria and ribosomes, and were first isolated by Christian de Duve, and these particles are round dense bodies observed first in hepatic cells and are called as pericanaliculae dense bodies. In 1955, de Duve renamed these bodies as lysosomes. Lyso means lysis, or lysis means to break down, or to lyso means to digest or digestive. Lyso means digestive, and soma means a body. Because he named, de Duve renamed these bodies as lysosomes because they contain digestive enzymes or hydrolytic enzymes capable of lysis or digestion of the materials or the substances with which it will come in contact, or whenever it will get exposed, whenever these enzymes get exposed, undergo the process of lysis or breakdown or the digestion of the various cellular components. The next point is occurrence and origin of the lysosomes. Sorry. Occurrence and origin of the lysosomes. The lysosomes may originate directly from the endoplasmic reticulum or from the Golgi membranes, and then they associate with the vesicles formed by pinocytosis or phagocytosis. So this is one possibility of occurrence of or origin of lysosomes. That is, lysosome may originate directly from the membranes of endoplasmic reticulum or the membranes of Golgi bodies, and then they associate the membrane bound structures which are formed or derived from either endoplasmic reticulum or Golgi membranes, and which then get associated with the vesicles which are formed by either pinocytosis or the phagocytosis, containing certain substances or the biological compounds, may be foreign bodies, may be uh, important substances, may be different biochemicals, either in the form of liquid or solid component, but they enter through the plasma membrane into the cell and forming either pinocytic vesicle or the phagocytic vesicles. And these lysosomes, whatever are derived from either ER membrane or Golgi membranes, which will come in contact with the pinocytic or phagocytic vesicles, and they fuse to form the lysosome. So there is a evidence that the lysosomes are also originated from the Golgi complex. There is an evidence that the lysosomes are also originated from the Golgi complex. The protein granules, the protein granules synthesized by the ribosomes, the protein granules synthesized by the ribosomes. So protein granules means these are protein granules which are derived from the ribosomes of ER, can be the enzymes. So the protein granules synthesized by the ribosomes are seen in the enlargement of endoplasmic reticulum or in the vesicles of the endoplasmic reticulum. When these are budded off, enlarged portion of the endoplasmic reticulum containing these certain protein granules or the enzymes, which will occur in the form of enlarged or swollen portion of the endoplasmic reticulum, from which the vesicle buds off containing these protein granules. When these are budded off, they give rise to bodies having properties of the lysosomes. It means the proteins or the enzymes, digestive enzymes, whatever are found in the lysosomes are produced or synthesized in the endoplasmic reticulum, and from where these are transported towards the periphery of the cells, either directly from the endoplasmic reticulum in the form of vesicles, or might be pinched off the vesicles containing the same enzymes or similar enzymes from the Golgi bodies and containing the protein granules having properties of the lysosomes. So ultimately it indicates that the digestive enzymes or the proteins found in the lysosomes are also found in the vesicles, which are pinched off or budded off either from the endoplasmic reticulum or the Golgi bodies also, and thus it is clear that the lysosomes are derived from either endoplasmic reticulum or the Golgi bodies, as it contains digestive enzymes which are synthesized on the ribosomes of the ER, but which are then transported towards the periphery of the cytoplasm in the form of vesicles uh, uh, containing these enzymes or the proteins in the form of protein granules, and which are then passes towards the periphery, where these vesicles will come in contact with the pinocytic vesicles or phagocytic vesicles, which are entering into the cytoplasm through the plasma membrane. So there is a fusion. So there is a fusion of the pinocytic or phagocytic vesicles, which are entering into the cells or the cytoplasm of the cells through the plasma membrane, will come in contact with the lysosomes or the vesicles containing these digestive enzymes, which are derived from the ER membrane or the Golgi membranes. When these are budded off, they give rise to bodies having properties of the lysosomes, indicating that the proteins or the enzymes present in the lysosomes are synthesized in the rough ER or endoplasmic reticulum or the ribosomes of endoplasmic reticulum. They are also formed by pinocytic vesicles. They are also formed by pinocytic vesicles, indicating that there is a fusion of pinocytic vesicles containing fluid or different substances, might be the different biochemicals or the compounds may be harmful to the cells which enters into the cytoplasm, and these may contains certain other biochemicals or the proteins or maybe the nutrients which are entering into the cytoplasm as a either pinocytic vesicles or the phagocytic vesicles. So they are also formed by the pinocytic vesicles. When the pinocytic vesicles and the vesicles derived from either endoplasmic reticulum and the Golgi bodies fuse together to form the lysosomes. Lysosomes have been found both in animal and plant cells and in protozoa. So the lysosomes are found in both animal and plant cells and also in the protozoan. The next point is structure of lysosome. The structure of lysosome or the morphology of the lysosome. It is difficult to identify the lysosomes under electron microscope because they have no characteristic shape or the structure. The lysosomes didn't have a characteristic or a specific shape or the structure, specific shape or the structure, and that's why it is difficult to identify the lysosomes under the electron microscope. So it is difficult to identify the lysosomes under electron microscope because they didn't have the characteristic shape or the structure. They usually appear as a globular body. They usually appear as a globular or a round body and vary in size, differs in size from 0.2 to 0.8 micron in a diameter. They may be large. The lysosomes may have large size in a mammalian kidney and ranges up to 5 micron. So the size of the lysosomes may have 5 micron diameter, which are found in the cells of the mammalian kidney, and exceedingly large in a phagocytes, and more than this and more than this more than larger than this, that is the lysosomes which are found in the mammalian kidney. The lysosomes which are found in mammalian kidney may have the size up to 5 micron diameter, but more than this size of the lysosome found in a phagocytes. So this is the diagram showing the process of formation of lysosomes from the Golgi complex. Now you can in figure you can see in the center or from the uh, left side one can see there is a image showing rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and the Golgi bodies. So from the outside, so this is the structure of cell covering membrane. There is a outermost protective covering of the plasma membrane and enclosing the cytoplasm. In the center, you can see on the left side there are lamellae or cisternae of the endoplasmic reticulum to the outside, containing dotted spots of the ribosomes and showing the structure of cisternae which are interconnected together by means of narrow bridges between, and these are the flattened lamellae or cisternae showing ribosomes on the surface and enclosing the different type of enzymes, namely acid hydrolases. So acid hydrolases are present in the lumen or the cavity of the rough endoplasmic reticulum, then just inside to which there is a cisternae of smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and this leads to the release of the vesicles. So the smooth endoplasmic reticulum or a rough endoplasmic reticulum, or just inside to which there are flattened sacs, somewhat saucer-like structures having dilated ends of the flattened sacs of the Golgi bodies, and just outside to which or on the sides there are the vesicles, may be large vacuoles or the small vesicles containing uh, different components of the chemicals, may be either acid hydrolases or the proteins which are secreted by the rough endoplasmic reticulum or the ribosomes of the rough endoplasmic reticulum, which are synthesizing different enzymes or the proteins, acid hydrolases, which are produced or synthesized by the ribosomes of the rough endoplasmic reticulum, which are then stored into the cavities or the spaces of the rough ER, then smooth ER, or then the Golgi bodies. So both the structures, that is endoplasmic reticulum and the Golgi bodies, both can contain the protein or enzymes or acid hydrolases or hydrolytic enzymes which are synthesized by the ribosomes of the endoplasmic reticulum, which then move or pass uh, outward through the rough ER to smooth ER and then smooth ER to uh, Golgi bodies, and which are then uh, enclosed in the vesicles which are budded off or pinched off either from ER or the Golgi cisternae, and uh, these are now called as the primary lysosomes. So these are the primary lysosomes. Primary lysosomes containing these are uh, hydrolytic enzymes or a different type of proteins which are synthesized by the uh, ER or the ribosomes of the ER, but having properties of the enzymes of the lysosomes. So it is quite clear that the lysosomes are derived from the ribosomes of ER, then migrate towards the smooth ER, then to the Golgi bodies, and then forming the primary lysosomes having proteins or the digestive enzymes having properties similar to the lysosome enzymes or the lysosomal digestive enzymes. So now these are called as primary lysosomes. Again, along the surface of plasma membrane, one can see or you can see there is a process of endocytosis. So in the dorsal side of the diagram, you can see there is a formation of invagination or infolding of the plasma membrane to form either pinocytic vesicle or the phagocytic vesicle. Now, this particular infolding or the invagination along the plasma membrane. So, this is inward infolding or the inward invagination of the plasma membrane, in which the solid particles or the substances which enters into the uh, infolded region of the plasma membrane, then it will be transformed into a round spherical structure enclosing these solid particles or the substances which have entered through the plasma membrane into the cytoplasm or the invaginated part, forming the phagosome. So in diagram you can see the phagosome containing certain foreign substance or the chemicals. So whatever the solid particles which have entered into the cytoplasm through the invaginated plasma membrane to form a pinosome or phagosome. So this phagosome then passes below into the cytoplasm, where it comes in contact with the primary lysosomes. So primary lysosomes, which are readily available in the cytoplasm, that get fused with the phagosome, that get fused with the phagosome, and thus the fused phagosome and the primary lysosome now is called as a secondary lysosome or hepato secondary lysosome or heterophagic vacuole. Then is called as heterophagic vacuole formed by the fusion of primary lysosome and the phagosome. Then, so this is again a type of lysosome now containing different acid hydrolases or the digestive enzymes which have drawn from ER in the vesicles to form the primary lysosomes. Now these primary lysosomes are fused with the phagosomes which are formed by the process of endocytosis or a phagocytosis, and these phagosomes which then fuse with the primary lysosome to form a heterophagic vacuole. Now this secondary lysosome is also called as heterophagic vacuole. So secondary primary lysosome fuse with phagosome and forms a secondary lysosome, or is also called as heterophagic vacuole formed by the fusion of primary lysosome and the phagosome. Now this then pass below this primary lysosome fused with phagosome to form a heterophagic vacuole, or the secondary lysosome can fuse with the autophagic vacuole. Now, what is autophagic vacuole? So, the autophagic vacuole is also formed by, so it is again a type of autophagic vacuole is a type of lysosome containing some part of the mitochondria. So, certain mitochondrial enzymes or certain part of the mitochondria is enclosed, certain part of the mitochondrion is enclosed in a vacuole called as autophagic vacuole. So, this autophagic vacuole or the lysosome similar to the primary lysosome can also fuse with the secondary lysosome or the heterophagic vacuole, and this leads to the absorption of the digested material. This leads to the absorption of the digested material, the autophagic vacuole or the lysosome, a kind of lysosome which have a part of mitochondrion, and this particular autophagic vacuole will fuse with or absorb the digested materials from the secondary lysosome or heterophagic vacuole. Now, this digestive vacuole shows the lysis of the food organism. This leads to the lysis of food organism. So, digestive vacuole which shows lysis of the food organism. Then this passes towards the other end of the cell and may form the residual body or may contain certain harmful chemicals or substances, non-repairable or non-repairable or non-transferable chemicals after the digestion, after the digestion of the contents of the phagosome, after the digestion of contents of the phagosome may be in the form of food components which are digested in a secondary lysosome and which are then absorbed by the autophagic vacuole or the lysosomes, and this leads to the digestion or hydrolysis of the contents of the phagosome in the secondary lysosome. So this process then shows the digestion of the contents of the phagosome by means of the enzymes or the acid hydrolases supplied by the primary lysosomes or autophagic vacuoles, and this process this fusion and the process of digestion of the contents of the phagosome will take place either in a secondary lysosome or in the autophagic vacuoles, leading into the digestion or disintegration of the phagosomic contents, into the either into the secondary lysosome or into the autophagic vacuole containing digestive enzymes provided by different type of lysosomes, may be primary lysosome or autophagic vacuoles, or the secondary lysosomes now containing different type of digestive enzymes which will act upon the contents, may be the food contents of the phagosome, and which are then digested in the cell. Which are then digested into the lysosomes, and after digestion, the materials or the various substances are then provided or are transferred into the cell, and only the harmful contents, only the undigested substances or the harmful substances or non-repairable substances are only kept into the lysosomes as a residual body. And these non-repairable substances or undigested matters of the lysosome, which are then again run towards the periphery of the cells, and these non-repairable substances or the maybe the proteins or the toxins in the form of residual body, which then pass towards the um, plasma membrane of the cell, and from where these are exocytosed or discharged or released to the outside through the plasma membrane, called as exocytosis. So in the same diagram, we can uh, explain, or we can show the different type of transformations, or the uh, this different type of transformation of the lysosomes, may be formation of lysosomes as a primary lysosomes or autophagic vacuole. Then in same diagram we can see the endocytosis, either pinocytosis or phagocytosis, receiving liquid or solid contents, and can form the either pinosome or the phagosome, which then fuse with the primary lysosomes or autophagic vacuole to form either secondary lysosome or heterophagic vacuole, and which will then undergo the process of digestion of the food components or the materials which are received in a secondary lysosome, and the enzymes or digestive enzymes or acid hydrolases of the primary lysosomes, there will be an interaction or a reaction between the phagosome and the primary lysosome. So, and this leads to the process of digestion of the materials in the secondary lysosome, or after the digestion of the substances or the components of the phagosome, the materials which are then discharged or pass into the cytoplasm of the cell for their further use. But there are certain substances even after the process of digestion, even after the process of digestion of the contents of the phagosome, the important contents are then absorbed into the cell. But there are certain substances which are harmful, may be toxic, may be non-repairable, may present in the secondary lysosomes, which will then remain in the cytoplasm as a residual body for long period of the time, or may pass towards the plasma membrane, and from where these uh, unwanted or undesired substances are discharged to the outside by the process of exocytosis. So in the same diagram we can show, or we can clear the mechanism of endocytosis, exocytosis, that is pinocytosis or phagocytosis, that is in either inward movement or the outward movement of the different contents in the form of phagosomes or the residual bodies which are either entering into the cell or moving to the outside of the cell and representing the process of endocytosis and exocytosis uh, together with the formation of lysosome or the role of the lysosome in the process of digestion in the cell. So this is the diagram showing formation of lysosomes from Golgi complex. So the Golgi vesicles, now you can again see or observe the structure of rough ER, smooth ER and the Golgi complex. So the ribosomes which are present on the surface of rough endoplasmic reticulum undergoes the process of protein synthesis and forming the acid hydrolases or the enzymes, which are then passed through the cavities of the rough ER to smooth ER, and from where these are again passed into the Golgi bodies, and where there is a formation of primary lysosomes containing the similar enzymes or the proteins which are produced in the ER. But now they are migrating or transferred into smooth ER and Golgi bodies, from where these are budded off in the form of vesicles and now called as primary lysosomes. So this is the process of formation of lysosomes in the Golgi bodies. So this is the structure of cell representing the various activities or the mechanism of formation of lysosomes or the utilization of lysosomes or the role of lysosomes in the process of digestion of the contents of the either pinosome or the phagosomes, which are entering into the cell by the process of endocytosis. And again, after the process of digestion, the useful elements or the useful materials are absorbed into the cytoplasm, and remaining unwanted or non-repairable, may be toxic or harmful, will remain in the lysosomes as a residual body, and which will then can pass towards the periphery of the cell, and through the plasma membrane, the contents of residual body can be exocytosed or discharged to the outside. Or residual body may remain into the cytoplasm for long period of the time also. If not discharged, the contents of the residual body will remain separated from the rest of cytoplasm in the cell as a residual body, or may exocytosed from the plasma membrane. The lysosomes, the lysosome is essentially a sphere of single lipoprotein membrane containing hydrolytic enzymes. Now we are again repeating the same things, or we are going to continue the information or the text regarding the uh, morphology of the lysosome. So lysosomes are uh, small uh, submicroscopic structures or the dense globular body having size ranging from zero point 0.2 to 0.8 micron in diameter, and they may have the larger size as the lysosome size in mammalian kidney is about 5 micron, or it may have larger size, exceedingly larger size in a phagocytes, that is macrophages or the phagocytes also. The lysosome is essentially a sphere. The lysosome is essentially a sphere or a spherical structure having single lipoprotein membrane. Having single lipoprotein membrane. Lipoprotein means the membrane which is composed of lipids and the proteins similar to the plasma membrane, but having single unit membrane or lipoprotein membrane containing hydrolytic enzymes or the digestive enzymes, as already we have explained in an earlier figure, that is maybe acid hydrolases or either enzymes which are drawn from the ER to Golgi bodies or to the primary lysosomes, which are now enclosed in the single lipoprotein membrane as a spheroid body containing these hydrolytic enzymes. So lysosomes are having a structure or a spherical structure covered by a single lipoprotein membrane and enclosing hydrolytic enzymes, which are involved in a cellular digestion, So maybe process of digestion taking place in the lysosomes, or may occurring in the cytoplasm of the cell if these enzymes are released or discharged into the cytoplasm of the cells from the lysosomes. So these hydrolytic enzymes are having ability of digestion or hydrolysis of the contents, various contents inside the lysosome or outside the lysosome. So which are involved in the cellular digestion if the enzymes are released, right? Which are involved in the cellular digestion if the enzymes are released or discharged into the cytoplasm, they can digest the entire cell. They can digest the entire cellular components, and thus the lysosomes are also called as suicidal bags, and hence the lysosomes are also called as digestive bags or the suicidal bags if they burst or breaks off, releasing their enzymes into the cytoplasm and can digest all contents or organelles or components of the cytoplasm and leading into the death of the cell. The membrane is impermeable. Now another thing important point, another important point is that the membrane covering or lipoprotein membrane of the lysosome is impermeable to the substrates of the enzymes contained in the lysosomes. It means the membrane is impermeable, and that will not allow the substrates or the various substances or maybe various components into the lysosome, because the membrane of the lysosome is impermeable. So that will not allow, that will not permit, the membrane of the lysosome will not permit, will not allow the entry of any substrate into the lysosomes, so that the enzymes will remain away from the substrates or the contents of the cytoplasm, right? The membrane is impermeable to the substrates of the enzymes contained in the lysosomes. The substances having the substances having molecular weight higher than 200, the substrates or the substances having molecular weight higher than 200 do not diffuse through the membrane. The membrane is impermeable to the substrates of the enzymes contained in the lysosomes. And another point, that is the substances having molecular weight less than 200 are only allowed to enter through the membrane, or the substances having molecular weight higher than 200 are not allowed to diffuse through the membrane. This indicates that lysosomal hydrolases this indicates that lysosomal hydrolases or acid hydrolases or the enzymes have no direct access to the cellular components, which prevents uncontrolled digestion of the cell contents. So ultimately, the impermeability of the lysosomal membrane will prevent the impermeability of the lysosomal membrane prevent uncontrolled digestion of the cell contents, because that is not under control. If the lysosome membrane burst or breaks off, releasing the lysosomal hydrolases or the enzymes, digestive enzymes, and that can act upon the substrates of the cytoplasm and leading into the process of digestion of all the cellular contents. So the lysosomal membrane preventing the entry of the substrates or the materials into the lysosome with a molecular weight or a size more than 200. This indicates that lysosomal hydrolases do not have direct access to the cellular components or the materials, and thus which prevents uncontrolled digestion of the cell contents. Thus, lysosomal membrane is resistant to the enzymes that it encloses. Thus, lysosomal membrane is resistant or impermeable to the enzymes that it encloses, and entire process of digestion is carried out within the lysosome. As already we have explained, there is a fusion of primary lysosome with the phagosome or the pinosome, and the process of digestion of the substances which are which have entered into the primary lysosome through the process of fusion of phagosome to form secondary lysosome or the heterosome, and the process of digestion of the substances which taking place in the lysosome inside of the lysosome, not to the outside. Means there is no direct access of the lysosomal enzymes with the various cellular components or the substrates, so ultimately preventing uncontrolled digestion of the cell contents. Thus, lysosomal membrane is resistant or impermeable to the enzymes that it encloses, and the entire process of digestion is carried out, and the entire process of digestion of the substances carried out within the lysosome or into the lysosome. The enzymes have destructive effects. The enzymes of the lysosome have destructive effects on the rest of the cell. Hence, the stability of the membrane is of great importance. Hence, the stability or impermeability or the resistance of the lysosomal membrane is of great importance to the normal function of the cell. If it is not so, this can lead to the complete digestion or the complete destruction of the cellular components and leads into the death of the cell. And hence, the lysosomes are called as a suicidal bags or the digestive bags of the cells, right? In fact, pathological conditions are known in which this membrane become more liable or may be fragile or may permit exit of the enzymes causing destruction of the cells, right? So, in the pathological conditions, whenever there are pathological conditions occurring in the cells, this can lead to the um, uh, the plasma membrane to become permeable. This can lead to the pathological conditions may lead to the membrane of the lysosome permeable, and thus can release the lysosomal enzymes into the cytoplasm of the cells, which can cause destruction of the cells. Another interesting point is that most of the lysosomal enzymes act in an acidic medium. Another interesting point is that most of the lysosomal enzymes act in a acidic medium. So this is what about the structure or morphology of the lysosome. Uh, so with this, we'll stop here. Next time we'll explain the next point, that is the types of lysosomes. Thank you.